Hey guys, and welcome to the June Are You Hardcore? I've enjoyed this month off, but in fact I actually have been working on it throughout the month, along with a whole bunch of other things. So yes, I've been busy all this time, and what's that over there? What is going on? Well, we're about to find out. Let's jump on in and find out what's going on. Are You Hardcore? It's a monthly challenge, and you can stay up to date by following The Mob Cave on YouTube. The Mob Cave? Who are they? Read the book for full details on the rules for this month, and to unlock more Patreon's hat and sword skins. Right, okay, so in the book, let's find out what this month is all about. Are You Hardcore June 2021 Adventurers? Doesn't really give much away, so click here to join the Discord, click here to turn on recording reminders, that's always nice, and click here to turn on Batty's coordinates, always nice as well. Support us on Patreon and get your rewards, your eternal rewards, and then subscribe. That's what Jafar said. All right, this month's rules. Rifts are springing up all over the world. It is your job to close as many as you can. Just stand on a rift to close it, but then another rift will open somewhere else. Rifts emit noises to draw you to their location. Okay, right, so there's a lot to go over in that one page alone. So, rifts. Rifts are springing up, and it is your job to close as many as you can. And they're going, as soon as you close one, another one springs up somewhere else. Every time you close one, over on the right-hand side, you will see a rift counter, counting how many you've closed, which is kind of reminiscent of the Heat Are You Hardcore, if you remember that one. But this, whereas last time with that one, I can't remember what the limit was, but there was definitely a limit of how many that you could get. In this one, there is no limit, so you are kind of in competition. You can see how many you can get, and you can compete against yourself. I don't often like turning these into competitive rather than just challenges, but I thought this would be an interesting one to go for. So yes, if you want to, you can compete in this. You can also play it multiplayer, but you won't be playing against each other. You're working towards the same score. Right, just stand on it to close it. Yes, you have to stand basically at the bottom of it, right down there, so on the block. So if it doesn't, when you stand on it and close it, it'll go poof and explode, and then it will fade away and the sounds will stop and everything. So you will know when you've got it, but you just have to, you might have to go a little bit upwards or a little bit downwards, depending on where you are, to make sure that you get the doof and it closes the rift. And then finally, rifts emit noises to draw you to their location. Yeah, okay, so the rifts, when you close one, another one will appear up to 1,000 blocks away. 1,000 blocks. And so no matter how far away you are from it, every couple of minutes or so, you will get a sound, which is kind of like a beacon beam, and you will hear that sound, and it'll be directional. So you hear it to your right, and you go, oh, it must be over in that direction. But it could be up to 1,000 blocks away, so you've got to get traveling in that direction. As you get closer, you will hear the sounds a little bit more often, and then as you get really close, the sound will just be ever present. And so it will draw you in towards it. All right. Next, you start off with several adventuring tools, a block hoover, a grappling hook, a flintlock pistol, and a few sticks of dynamite. Watch this announcement video for details on how to use each of the adventuring tools. All right then, well, I've got a little instructional video, which I'll put on right now. The block hoover sucks up blocks from a distance. Just hold down right-click to hoover up the blocks you are looking at. If you have a shield equipped, you will have to keep tapping right-click instead. The hoover's battery drains whilst being used, but will gradually power back up again over time. You start off with 5 sticks of dynamite. You can right-click to throw the dynamite stick a short distance, which will then blow up after a short delay. Right-click to shoot the flintlock pistol. Humanoid enemies can be headshot for extra damage. The gun takes iron nuggets, paper, and gunpowder as ammo. As long as you have one of each, the gun will reload on its own. Creepers now drop more gunpowder, and items like rotten flesh, spider eyes, string, and bone meal can be cooked in a campfire to be turned into gunpowder. The grappling hook can be used to swing and launch yourself great distances without taking fall damage. Right-click to connect to a block within 30 blocks of you. For your first swing, make sure you're not moving or rotating too quickly in any direction. Once you are connected, you will start swinging. Right-click again to let go and continue your momentum. You can then right-click again to connect to a new block. While swinging, you can swap the grappling hook to your offhand to retract the rope and pull yourself slowly towards the anchor point. Alternatively, you can left-click, which will launch you in the direction of the anchor point, and the grappling hook will disengage. This means that you can do a quick right-click, left-click to launch yourself across gaps. Alright, I'm back. Yes, okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Right, I should probably talk about the grappling hook a little bit, because the grappling hook is extremely new and experimental, and nothing has been done like this before with swinging mechanics and stuff in Minecraft outside of mods. So yes, this is very experimental, a project I've been working on for some time. But it's exceptionally new and experimental, I'll say again, so there may well be bugs. In fact, there are bugs. Hopefully nothing too... I don't think there's anything game-breaking, but there are definitely bugs. So, watch out for a few things. You will notice that if you have it in your hand, and then you scroll away from it, then there will be a puff of smoke may happen in front of you. If you're in a boat and you go and you select that tool, it is quite possible that you'll get kicked out the boat. What else? You should be safe whilst using it. You should be safe. You should be protected from fall damage, but you might end up inside blocks, but only just inside blocks. So you should be able to just jump yourself free. Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned in the video, but at any time during your swinging, you can hit Shift, and it will take you out of swing mode, and so you'll just drop downwards immediately from where you are. But you should still be protected from fall damage. Oh yeah, and whilst you're holding the thing in your hand, and you're not swinging, so you're just running around, but you have it in your hand, you shouldn't be able to break blocks. I don't think you'll be able to punch anything, or even attack anything, really, for the most part. So yeah, those are a few things to keep in mind. It's great fun. It's exceptionally new, so do give it a try. It's definitely useful, definitely a good thing to be getting around, a good mobility tool. So yes, do give it a go. Right. This world has 4 dynamic biomes that you may find yourself within. These consist of Overgrowth, Crystal, Hardened, and Canopy. So a couple of them you'll know, and there are a couple of new ones as well. These biomes will grow around you while you play in the world. Okay, so yeah, just like Overgrowth or Hardened, if you played those Are You Hardcores before, yes, they grow around you as you move around. The growth of them will be split between the players in multiplayer. So how best to explain this? If you're both standing in the same place, then it'll be growing as normal, the same speed as it would if there were only one person in the world. However, if you were in completely separate locations, then they'll both be at half speed if there are 2 of you in the world, if that makes sense. Yes, okay, the biomes, 4 different biomes, and they kind of spawn in concentric circles around spawn. So, yeah, say that's spawn, and pretend this is circle rather than square. Then as soon as you move out of this circle, it's a circle, I say, and move into this one, you are now in this biome. And then if you move further, you are now in this biome. You see what I'm saying? Right. Cool. But yes, that'll be making the world very interesting whilst you're going around and searching for these rifts. No sleeping, phantoms are off, And whatever you do this morning, do not go to Professor Von Proton's laboratory. Also the Nether. And that is everything. I don't know if there's any extra tips or anything I could give you, but general rules, no cheating, obviously. Eat what you like, no restrictions, and if you're recording, post your first run. Feel free to play it again, but declare it is your X number playthrough. The challenge lasts 2 hours and 40 minutes, and there are 20-minute notifications and a fanfare to let you know when you've finished. Good luck and have fun, and click here when you're ready to go. All right. Is that everything? Do I want to go over anything else about the tools? The video should be good enough, I think. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. Clearly, there are lots of elements to this month. That's because, as I said, I've been working on it throughout this month. Piecemeal. But we've got the rifts, we've got the biomes, and we've got the tools. Yeah, so go out there, enjoy it, have fun, and yeah, I'll see you in there. Bye. If you're taking part, why not join the Are You Hardcore Discord to chat with other players and post your videos? Remember that you can support the Mob Cave on Patreon to receive even cooler hardcore hats. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.